When you do these scatter plots, it's 4 scatter plots, and then these are just if they're positive or negative correlation, so it's pretty easy. Now, when you do your scatter plot, you do want to make it as accurate as you can to make it easier when we actually find the equation of the line. So, on your graph paper, you got to make an x-axis and a y-axis. Before you make it, you should kind of figure out the biggest y is 6.7, the biggest x is 2. So, I would maybe go by halves.
Can I not do this?
Sure, if you want to get a 0. So, that means, again, there's only 4 of them, so you can make big graphs. It'll just make it easier when we actually find the line. Since the y has to go up to 6.7, I would need 13 lines if I go by halves. And then the x I wouldn't have to go as long because I'm going by halves. So then when you label it, this is 1, that's 2, 1, 2, 3,
How many
4,
lines for the y?
5, 6.
How many lines for the y?
However many you want. Now, these don't have a label. Eventually we will. We'll have to label what the bottom stands for and what the side stands for, but for now they don't have a label. So then once you got the graphs, you just got to plot each point. X on the first one is 1, y is 3.8. So you go over 1, up 3.8. There's 3, 3.5, 3.8. The next point is 1.5, 4.2. So 1.5, 4.2 would be right about there. .7 and 5.3. So here's 1.5, 1.7 would be right about there. And then 5.3 up would be right about there. 2 and 5.8. 2 and 5, here's 5.5, 6, 7, 8, right about there. And the last one is 1.5 and 6.7. 1.5, 6.7. Here's 6, 6.5, 6.7 right there. So you can see it's a positive correlation. So that's what you do for 14, 15, and 16. Now, you can put breaks in your graphs if you want. Like for number 14, it's the x starts at 3, the y starts at 7. So what I could do is put a break in there, and I could put a break in the x too if you want.
I thought you could only do the one.
Yeah, I thought you could only do the y.
Yeah.
For the scatter plot, we can just do both. Okay? Because eventually we're just finding the equation of the line. You don't have to do both, you can just do one. But what I would do is I would just start at 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. And then this is for number 14. And then 14, the y starts at 7.1, so I'd make this 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10. Okay? You can do that for 15 and 16 too if you want. You don't have to put the breaks in there, but you can.